a couple of key things is understanding your organization, the people in your downline. You have to understand what they want, okay? Because some people are gonna sign up just for the discount, some people are gonna sign up to make a little bit of money, some people are sellers, they just sell, and some people are personal shoppers, and some people say, no, I wanna leave my corporate job and do this full time, okay? So when you're able to channel those individuals, you know who to spend time with when it comes to developing the business, right? Because the people that just wanna purchase or just wanna buy, you're not gonna be after them, hey, join the Zoom, hey, we're doing a team call, hey, because those people don't really have the same interest as the people that say, okay, you know what, I wanna make some money, right? Whether it's a little bit of money, you can't knock anyone's goal.
Sure.
Some people's goal could be just making an extra $200. Some people's goal could be making 5K, 10K, you know, and then ending up on stage and all that stuff, okay? So once you channel those individuals, then you get a better understanding on what you need to do for the people in your team, right? You know who to separate for what. Like, you know, the people that you're doing weekly Zoom calls, those are the people that want to do the business, right? You don't want to involve the people that are not really that interested in the business. Once you understand that, then it becomes in creating leaders. So as a leader is not really somebody that is going to just tell you what to do all the time, right? A leader really is somebody that leads by example and shows you how to be a leader with their characteristics, okay? So once you become a leader and you get other leaders, so you create other leaders, some people are just not leaders. That's the truth. That's the way it is, right? You can't force someone to be a leader. Some people are not leaders. That doesn't mean they can't grow. They can still grow, but they're just not leaders. They don't like to tell people anything. They're more like timid. They're more, oh no, I'm an introvert. All those things are, you know, things that just happen. Yeah. But what you can do is that you can teach people on how to be independent, okay? Because if you get someone used to in your team to always contact you, that person's always gonna contact you. So the day you tell them, why don't you write an email to customer service? I don't know. What do I do? How do I get there? You know? That's where now this person is depending on you.
It's bad leadership.
And yeah, exactly. And if you do that, then you're just taking all the workload. So not only are you working your business, you're also working their business, right? And you don't want to do that, okay? So let me get this. There we go. I think we're okay. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to explain the comp plan. I always use our opportunity guide because our opportunity guide. Let me put it in present mode. Our opportunity guide is available to everyone in our website. That's why I like using this. It's in PDF format. You can download it, you can share it, you can save it, you can do anything you want, okay? There you go. And it's easy to share. And it's on the website. You go to the bottom of the website, it's available to everyone, okay? The opportunity guide is what you should be using to explain the comp plan. It has examples, it has all the information and key details that you need about the business. Not only about the business, but about our history as well. So it also has information like our legacy, some glossary terms. These things are all key in the business, okay? So like that, when you use these terms or when you share this, right, you're able to understand, like if someone says generation, if someone says title points, if someone says side points, if someone says bonus levels, you get to understand what exactly we're trying to say, right, in presentations, etc. Okay? This is a general overview of our comp plan, okay? As you can see, our comp plan is based on volume, group volume, okay? There's group volume and there's personal volume. The difference is that personal volume is purchases and sales, personal sales. That's personal volume. Group volume is personal sales and sales of team members. That's what makes up group volume. In the US, each dollar is one volume. Okay, in the U.S. In Canada, it changes because of currency, and in
DR.
Yeah, in DR and all that stuff, and all the other countries, it changes a little bit. Okay, but In the US, it's $1 equals 1 volume. All right. As you can see, all percentages 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 22. Max is 25. When do you get to 25? After you have 5,000 group volume. You can have 100,000, it'll still be 25.
I think that manager word was what was throwing me off.
Yeah, and I'm gonna explain all those key details that make the differences.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, as we know, the first thing that you really get paid on. Okay, we have our welcome program. That I'm gonna skip welcome program and I'm gonna skip team building program. Okay, I'm gonna pretty much focus on what earns you money.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Welcome program technically and team building program do earn you money because you earn products and those products you can sell them, but they don't earn you volume. Okay, so online commissions. There's many ways to sell, but the two ways that are most used, let's say, is in-person selling. So you buy the product, you receive it, you sell it. Okay, to a neighbor, to a friend, to whoever you want, coworker, etc. Or online. So everyone that signs up to Farmasi gets their own link. That link you share, anyone can enter that link and make a purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Those are the two ways. Whenever you sell online, you earn your commission on the 4th day. The 4th day, the commission is added to your Farmasi wallet. Okay? It's automatically done. That's how, whenever someone purchases from you online, they create either a customer account or a guest account, and that commission will then get to your Farmasi wallet in the 4th day. Okay? So it pretty much works 50%. You sell something for 100, you make $50. Okay? You bought it for 50, sell it for 100, you get 50. It's that simple. Now, that 50, whenever you're selling to a customer, is also your PV. Okay? If you were to purchase it, you earn 50 PV. If someone buys it from you at 100, you earn 50 PV. Okay? Whenever you have PV, that PV is also GB, group volume. So any PV is group volume. The same thing for side points. Side points, I'll explain them in a bit, but anything that you purchase personally also goes into your side point calculation. Okay? So here's a breakdown of the bonus level ranges. All right? So from 0 to 199, you have 0%, 200 to 399, 3%, and so on. As I mentioned, 5,000 is what caps you at 25%. But that doesn't mean that your earnings are capped. It just means that that's the highest bonus level. Okay? So personal bonus is the easiest bonus to calculate apart from the online commission, where it's simple math of 50%. Personal bonus works in favor of your personal volume multiplied by what bonus level you're in. Okay, so for example, if you're at 25%, you would earn 25% of your personal volume. Okay, so if I have 200 PV, 200 times 25%, $50. It's that simple. Now, what if I'm not at 25%? What if I'm at, I don't know, 6%? So it'll be 200 times 6%. Okay? So it all depends on what bonus level you're in. That's how you calculate your personal bonus. All right? Now,
so you're getting paid. So hold on, let me explain. Let me clarify. Make sure I understand this. So if I have 1,000 PV, I'm going to get $250 back.
Exactly.
If I'm at
if you're at 25%, exactly. So it's kind of like a cashback bonus.
See,
I realized
I
that
knew we
when
got
I had
some back,
money.
but I didn't realize it was based on your
Yeah, it's
bonus
always
level.
based on your PV. So the more PV you have,
when I had money.
the more you earn out of personal bonus. Yeah. So there's people selling like 3,000 PV. There's people selling 5,000. Obviously, that's a very high volume of sales, right? Like for example, we have an influencer who is she's a known celebrity in South America.
Yeah, we were talking about her this
Yeah,
morning.
and she was at one point she was selling like $7,000 worth of paprika gel. Like she was just rubbing it on her belly, posting, and people were going crazy.
Because she's
Yeah.
like this bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
If you just
So-
rub enough of the
Yeah,
gel,
you just
it's
rub
going
enough.
to do the job.
Yeah, I'll rub it on my finger got thinner. Like this. So, like, if you just rub, like, not if you just rub. if she was selling like $7,000, $10,000 worth of paprika, like she was selling out our paprika stock on her own.
Time to start rubbing jelly, girls.
So for example, obviously it's not. Here's the thing: when people see these type of things, they automatically are like, yeah.
So if she did 10,000 in personal volume, she was getting 2,500 back on that on top of her
Correct.
50%
Just on paprika.
commissions.
That's not even counting her full.
That would be
bonus
the
percent.
same
That's
if you
just the
had like.
That was just the paprika.
That would be the
Okay,
same.
but let's just say 10,000.
Yes,
for
let's say if
easy
that was her
math.
volume, she
Yeah.
was getting that. Yes.
So she was getting 2,500 plus she was getting the 50%, which was 5,000.
Yes.
So she was making $7,500 on
Yes.
$10,000 worth
Yeah.
of products. So is the company
Exactly.
just going to shut down and
But-
close the doors if she keeps selling, or what's going to happen?
No. The paprika sales died down. Like it's
But you would approach a salon the same way. You could say
Exactly,
you're
yeah.
getting 50% off as a wholesale customer. Plus, if you're up at $5,000 in purchases, you're now going to get an extra kickback of 25%.
That's wild. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. 100%.
So starting at 3%, they're getting a cash.
Yeah, starting
kickback.
at 3%, you start getting a cashback bonus.
I told you guys I didn't know all the comp
Yeah.
plans. So.
It's okay.
I
That's
just
why,
ran.
That's why we're here.
I
just
started
ran.
building, and you guys are here in this room. So.
So obviously in Canada and Dominican Republic it changes because of currency. So in Canada it's 1.45. So that's why it's $50 times 1.45 to give you the currency exchange rate. Okay? But yeah, pretty much works like that. Now, once you understand this concept, you understand the majority of our compensation plan, how it works, because it's based on your bonus level. Whenever you're calculating group bonus, now it changes a little bit, okay? Because now you need to know how much you earn from each person. One thing I always say that is very key, when it comes to this comp plan, you don't necessarily have to calculate each month what you're earning, because the system will do it for you. The system works in the form of Excel, okay? And how many people here use Excel? All right. You know that if I were to put equals on Excel and write 2 plus 2, it'll tell me that it's 4. And it'll automatically do. The comp plan is the same way. It'll tell you what percentage, how much you have to multiply because of your volume, group volume, and it'll tell you, okay, your group bonus is this, your personal bonus is this, your leadership bonus is this. And it works exactly that way. Okay? So give you an example.
Emory, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give you an example. Okay? Your group bonus is your bonus level minus your teammates' bonus level multiplied by their GB. That's the formula. Okay? How does that look? It looks like this. This is you. And you have 5 team members. You have Emily, Tara, Sam, Camila, and John. Okay? Each one of them has their own bonus level. Okay, as you can see. But you have 25%. So from Emily, I'm gonna do 25 minus 15, that's 10. 10% times 2,000, 200. Okay? From Tara, I'm gonna do 3% because 25 minus 22, 3% times 4,000, okay? $120. And you do the same for each.
So it's not an overall, it is per.
It is per.
Okay.
So what happens? The most common mistake when you sign someone up. Hey, I got 25%. Why didn't I earn 25% for my team?
Yeah.
Because unless your team is at 0, you don't earn 25%.
Right.
Okay? So once you do a total of that, out of those 5 people, and again, this is an example that's very obtainable. Okay? From those 5 people, you earn $712 in group bonus, apart from your personal bonus or sales that you do or anything like that. So again, like I mentioned at the start, if you say, "Oh, I don't understand this comp plan because it's just so hard, so much information," you're gonna think that it's hard. But if you understand it, then you're gonna say, "Oh no, it's very simple. Let me show you." Right? So
Like
it's all about
I
mindset.
kind of dumbed it down and said the company has 25% to pay. So if she's at 12, they have 25% to pay. So they're going to take I'll get the variance of in between that, cause they're gonna pay out 25%
Yeah.
regardless.
Where it
Yeah, you're
goes
getting
depends
technically
on-
you're getting 25% off your personal volume.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like you're not giving the full details, but you're sharing.
But as a
something that's
leader,
true.
you're gonna get the variance.
Yes.
So if they're at 0, you're getting 25, you know, and you close that gap,
Exactly.
they have to max 25% to pay.
Exactly.
It, you know, simplified a little bit.
Yeah. And that's
I try to
good.
teach for the most challenging one in the room.
Okay.
Because my mom was on my team at one point.
So there you go. So once you understand this, now you see group bonus. And again, the system will automatically tell you how much you earn from each person. Like there's a detailed report that tells you, okay, how much did I earn from Tara? How much did I earn from Sam? How much did I earn from John? And it'll tell you exactly every month. Okay? Whenever you go to your monthly earnings at the end of the month and you want to break down how much you got paid for each person, each bonus, the group bonus, especially in leadership bonus, has a hyperlink. That hyperlink, if you click it, it shows you every single person how much you earn from them. Okay? One thing I always mention as well and
That's where you
suggest
spend
is that
your
in the
time.
back office, get curious. Okay? What do I mean by get curious? Click around. There's nothing in the back office that you could break. So if you click around, you get to see what does what. Oh, what does this report do? Oh, what does this report do? Oh, what does this button do? Where does this take me? Okay? There's so much information and we're always looking to improve the back office so that you have all the tools necessary. Okay? So once we get to leadership bonus, all right? Before we get to leadership bonus, we have to understand what it takes to get to leadership bonus. All right? So you need to have 25%, and then here's where we clarify your question, where you mentioned difference between manager, okay, and director, or virtual and manager, for example. What does virtual mean? Virtual means you don't have the side points. Okay, that's what separates a virtual and a manager / director.
I
You
didn't
don't
know
have the
that
side
I
points.
could rank with just a manager.
You could rank as long as you have the legs. What is a leg? Someone with
20.
25%. Okay? Yeah.
Life just changed for all of us right there.
Yeah, whether they have the side points or don't have the side points, doesn't
Okay.
matter. Okay?
Okay.
So each title has its own requirements. As you can see, when you're manager / director, you don't have any leg requirements. Okay, but you do have side point requirements. Then you have leg requirements starting bronze, golden, platinum, emerald, diamond, etc. Okay? And as you can see, the side points increase, but then you after diamond, you also start getting title points. All right, what are title points? Before I explain what title points are, let's explain side points. Here's where everyone gets a little
That
bit
was my
confused.
question.
Okay? Side points are much easier than you think. All right? And I'll tell you how it works. Side points are the way that you know who is working the business apart from their leaders. All right? So what is your volume? When you take away the leadership, what is leadership? Leadership is 18, 22, and 25% in your team. Okay, that's leadership. So when you remove those people, what is your volume? That's what side points are. Okay? And I'll explain how to calculate it.
So the side points, I'm just trying to make it make sense. Is anything below that 18%, those are your side points?
Pretty
Yes.
much.
Okay.
But I'll tell you that after you capture that, let's separate that for a bit. Okay? So we know that 50% and below is side points and any personal volume. That goes calculated into your side point. But let's separate that, because then comes a different calculation. There's different factors that play into side points. If you have 18%, okay, and nothing else, they don't count for your side points. But if you have 2, only 1 gets removed.
The max.
The same thing for 22%,
Yeah.
okay? And then when it comes to 25%, they never count. So let's reverse that a little bit so that we go in order. Whenever you want to calculate side points, 25% will never count for your side points. Okay, that one is easy. All right, 25% will never count for your side points. All right, when you have 22s and 18s, it's always going to be the highest that's removed. The other ones count. Okay, you can have 40 22%, only one of them gets removed. The rest count. Okay, the same for 18s. Now, when you have 22s and 18s, 22 is always higher than 18. So 22 gets removed, the 18 counts.
So just one of the 22?
One.
Yes.
Okay.
So what happens
Highest
to a lot of
one.
people at the end of the month? Okay, this is why it's key to understand this part. They say, "Ooh, I only need one more leg to get to golden," right? But they don't take into consideration
That
that
those
they have a
people are
25
dropping
and they
out.
have a 22. So then that 22 turns to 25, and then now it doesn't count. And wait, what happened to my side points? Okay,
Yeah.
but if you understand, you're prepared for what you need to do if that happens. Okay.
So it would be like for me if like Brittany was my only leg and no one else was working outside of Brittany. I would just be sitting back and being like, I'm just gonna collect a check from Brittany and her team. So it just ensures that you're continuing to grow your team and build. So like right now I have almost 14,000 side points. So even if I promote out a couple more directors, like I'm still good. So you just always want to be working on growing your business and always enrolling new people. And that solves the problem.
Exactly. Yeah, so you always, recruiting is key in this business. Not everyone is going to be a superstar, but you never know who is going to be a superstar. So whenever you sign people up, everyone is equal.
Yeah.
Because everyone starts at 0. Okay? From there, what they turn into, sometimes it depends on you, sometimes it depends on them. But you have to understand that you can't really control that part. Right? All you can control is being the best leader that you can be. Turn into a superstar, they turn into a superstar. If they don't turn into a superstar, you can't take it personally. Okay? So, for side points, if we look at the example at the top, you have 25%, okay? That's 1,000 GB. They have 4 legs because they have 4 people at 25%, okay? They have someone at 22 and someone at 18. The 25% we know don't count. So I had 150, I'm subtracting 139,000. That leaves me with 11, okay? But then we have 122 and 2 18s. Which one's higher? The 22. I subtract that 22, which takes away 4,000 more. My side points are 7,000. If I have 4 legs and 7,000 side points, that means that I am platinum. You see? So this table tells you what your requirements are. The side points tells you how to calculate. Once you calculate, you understand. Again, the team management area shows you what your side points are, where your legs are, all that stuff. But it's good to understand. So when someone asks you, okay, what is L? Okay, what is S? Okay, what is... Now you know how to explain. Okay? If someone on your team tells you, I don't have the side points, how do I get them? Now you know how to explain.
Enroll people.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. Normally, they're not this.
No.
Yeah,
it's
and
complex.
I've seen so
Yeah.
many cases of somebody, of a person or people that they miss out on a title for 100 side points. And they just panic. I didn't know what to do. It was 11:30. I didn't text you because I didn't know. Like, okay, now you missed out on being golden or being bronze or being whatever because you didn't. All they had to do was make $100 purchase.
If you were paying attention as a leader, I think you need to be reaching out to them and being like, you're gonna miss this.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Because then they're gonna do that for their team.
100%. And you know, to me, it's simple math. If let's say you're on your 3rd month of Golden Director, okay, that's a
Can you imagine
$2,000
missing
cash
that?
bonus. You miss it for $100.
Oh.
It's like if someone tells you, "Give me $100, I'll give you $2,000." Like, no, I don't want to do this. Too many risks. You know, like it's that simple. You know, so I've seen people do it, and then what happens that the next day
They have to start
after
all
that,
over
they're calling me, why you can't do this? Like, it's not fair. Like, I didn't do anything. Like, you did this. You know, so it's
Or you didn't do this.
Yeah, exactly. Or you didn't do this. You know, so then they want to, and obviously we've been able to say like, okay, make an order now.
We
We'll
can
backdate
backdate
it to,
yeah.
etc. But
Something
it shouldn't
that
get to
small.
that.
Sure.
You know, so
Can you
okay.
imagine, Heather?
So good on side points. Good. Everyone
Me and Heather
understand?
would get in the car and drive to our uplines. Brooke would be showing up here and like, getting you in the middle of the night if we missed it by 100. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
no, I wouldn't let that happen.
No, I know, I'm kidding. You would be calling us.
I told you you're gonna hit golden. You're like, I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? Like, you're hitting golden.
Cause I thought you had to have a director to hit a leg.
No,
Not the
it's
25%.
it's
The game
25%,
changed at
yeah.
this table just
Yeah,
a
and
few
the-
minutes
the-
ago.
The good thing about the comp plan
Oh, boy.
is that it works as a ladder. So for example, you sign someone up. Let's say I sign her up. She signs her up, she signs her up, she signs her up, and they sign up Brooke. Okay? She joined and she didn't do anything. She said, I bought one shampoo and I was good with that. Like, I'm okay. So her volume is, I don't know, let's say it's 25 PV, right? Same with her. Oh, I'm just her cousin. Same with her. Oh, I'm her daughter. Same with her. I'm the aunt of the daughter. And then Brooke is like, okay, I'm superstar. I have 100K GV.
She rolls.
That
up
means
to
you
me.
have 100K GV, you have 100K GV, you have 100K GV, you have 100K GV. You count as a leader even though it's like 5 generations down.
Yeah.
So the only
So she's
time that
basically
comes
carrying
into
us.
play is when you get to the title points. It doesn't count if I'm not direct to you,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So that's why you want to have those strong front lines.
Yes. You want to have a strong front line because then whenever you're getting to the bigger titles that you require title points, what are title points? Is just these titles directly under you. When you have people with these titles directly under you, it counts as those points that you see over there.
Got it.
Okay, that's why when you see like diamond, that it says it needs 15 title points. Oh, here we go. Somewhere here. Okay, right here. That's what it is. That means that you have either, I don't know, 15 directors or, I don't know, 1 platinum and 2 gold and so on. Okay? As you can see, each title gives you a certain amount of title points.
So like right here we have vice president and director. So Brittany is a VP.
Yeah.
So when I get to diamond, I already have my title points because she's already a VP. So there's 20 points
Exactly.
that come with that.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you're gonna get, and another thing that I learned recently too is that you get a different point value for when someone is a manager versus director.
Yes.
So right now you're a golden manager, you have to maintain this month and next month, and then it's locked in at golden director. So I would only be, and it doesn't matter yet because I'm not at diamond, but I would only be getting one. Well, it stays the same on that one. Let me use a different one. For
No,
example.
2. So she's golden manager 2, and
Okay,
if she
2 and
comes
then
golden
2.5.
director
So then I would
2.5.
get another half point.
Exactly.
Once you locked it in, but it goes up more as you go up the ranks. So the way they do it here is you have to hold the rank for the
3
third
months.
month for it to be locked in, for you to get the bonus, and to get the trip that's associated with
And it can be manager or director on Golden, correct? To go to the trip.
No.
this is the side points, the title points come into play when you hit diamond.
Got it.
So you don't
Diamond
even
and gold,
need that, because that basically what that means is that you're promoting out other leaders, and there's a point value that's assigned to each one. So like in my last compensation
Got it.
plan, it's like it was very specific. It was like you had to have 2 diamonds, and then you had to have 5 goldens or something like
Yeah.
that. Whereas in this one, it's not specific. Like you could have a VP, and then you could have 10 goldens, and you're gonna get the
Still hit
points
the
based
points.
on the leadership as you promote out more
Makes
leaders. So it
sense.
doesn't box you into someone has to be a certain rank. You can pull it throughout the organization. At least that's how I compartmentalize it
Yeah,
based
yeah.
on my previous compensation plan.
No, yeah, I mean, it's like you mentioned. So, for example, you have Brittany, and Brittany is giving you, right, VP 20 points, right? Now you just have to focus on
More legs.
having the legs.
And that's what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, it's that simple once you understand how title points work. And side points were good, group bonus were good, and personal bonus. It would be surprising if you say all those are good and then personal bonus not good. So let's see. So other than that, okay, once you calculate and once you understand side points and realize the qualifications, because when it comes to 25%, once you earn the side points, okay, that separate you from virtual to manager or director, you start earning leadership bonus, okay? Now, leadership bonus is interesting. When you see this table, don't get scared, okay? This table works in this form. Let me get my mouse, okay? Here's my mouse cursor. Your title determines what percentage you get from each generation, okay? When you're at director, you earn 4% off your Gen 1, 3% off your Gen 2, Gen 3, etc. Okay? how it works is like this. We said that leadership is what? What is leadership? Let's see who was paying attention. What is considered leadership in your organization? Who is considered leadership?
18%.
What else?
22.
22.5.
Good job. I can see you're paying
Those
attention.
are my goldens.
Yeah, right. I can see. Right? So you're gonna grab your 18, 22s, and 25% GV. Okay? And that creates leadership volume. Alright? So you have your leadership volume Gen 1, you have your leadership volume Gen 2, leadership volume Gen 3, and so on, as long as you have 18s, 22s, and 25%. Okay? How does that calculate? In this case, this person, the leadership volume was 150,000. Okay, that means that her 18s, 22s, and 25s in her Gen 1 totaled 150,000. Okay, you're gonna take the leadership volume from Gen 2, so 150,000 minus 80 because the Gen 2 was 80, that leaves me with 70. 70,000 times 4% gave me $2,800. Okay, why 4%? Because that means that this person, although they had that high volume, they stayed at the red. Okay, if they were platinum, they would have gotten 5.5. Now, a couple key things that I want to cover. When it comes to leadership volume, you have to take advantage of leadership volume. How do you take advantage of leadership volume? Leadership volume is where the money is. Okay? How do you take advantage of leadership volume?
Grow
Making
leaders.
sure that your leaders have leaders.
Grow leaders.
Okay? When your leaders have leaders, your bonus
Get you
grows
there
in depth.
And help you find more.
Okay? Depth is key in leadership. All right? Depth. All right? So if you don't have depth, the bonus dies on your Gen 1. All right? When you have depth in your leadership, that means that your bonus keeps going to Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4. Okay? But if you let it die out and you only have leaders in your Gen 1, your bonus dies out in Gen 1. Okay, so the key to the money is in the leadership bonus. Jairo, are you saying that I should grow only down? No.
No.
Okay, you have to create your base. What is your base? So
Your why.
a key question that you have to ask yourself is, what is my goal? All right, your goal is to reach golden, your goal is to reach bronze, your goal is to reach platinum, your goal is to reach whatever your goal is. You can't knock anyone's goal. Okay, that's your base. What are your base? What is your base? Your leaders, your 18s, your 22s, and 25. Think of a building. A building has its columns that support the building. Okay, how many columns do you want in your building? Okay, so your 18s, 22s, and 25s are the columns. Okay, the more you have, the stronger the building foundation is. Okay, so whenever you have those leaders, and those leaders create leaders, and those leaders create leaders, that's where you get more income. Okay, a key sweet spot for earning from your team members is 18 or 22%. That's a sweet spot. Why is it a sweet spot?
You don't
Because
lose the 25.
No, because you earn group bonus and leadership bonus from them. Okay? So whenever you're trying, what I always say when people ask me, okay, where should my team be in percentage wise? I always say try to get them to minimum 15%. Why 15%? Because 15% you earn, when you're at 25, you earn 10%. Okay,
And they're making money at that point.
Exactly, and they're making money too. So whenever you're at 15%, it's minimum $140 that you're gonna earn from each person. Okay, if they're at 2,100, that's $210. All right, so if you have 4 of them, you do the math. What, $840 off of 4 people at 15%. Okay, so that's why it's so important, and I emphasize on knowing how the comp plan works, so you know how to strategize your own organization, and you know how to get your income up. Okay, increase your earnings off of the comp plan. Once you understand it, you know what you need to do to increase the earnings. You have no idea how many comp plan sessions, like I said, I don't want to call it trainings, I've done. And the next week, people are calling me asking me the same question. Like, oh, why did this lady not reach golden? She doesn't have the side points.
Yeah.
How does she get the side points? it's
You're
key
like,
to
I just
understand.
taught you that.
Yeah, it's key to understand how, because what happens is that a lot of people retain the information and then they don't share it.
You gotta train.
And you gotta rinse and repeat. Okay, so especially you guys that are recording this, obviously it's hard to sit down and watch a video of 30 minutes, 35 minutes, right? But the key parts that you want to focus on, you can focus on those key parts. Oh, that's right, he said this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I share this with my team. Guys, did you know 22% you earn double bonus, leadership and group bonus? Because those are key things that the more you repeat it, the more they stick to you. The more that you repeat it to someone else, the more they stick to them, and your team could understand. Okay? It costs nothing to share with your team, but if you retain that information and keep it for yourself, you're always gonna get the questions from the team members.
You're blocking their blessing.
Yeah. And if you're in group chats and you share this information in the group chat, even better. Because what happens is that eventually, naturally, those people that want to become leaders are going to guide people or reference them to something you already said in the past. Someone asks a question, they're going to say, oh, she said that over here. And they're going to press reply on the WhatsApp chat and they're going to say, look right here.
One thing I can say about our leaders in here is they give everything. There's no gatekeepers. Like Heather is not a gatekeeper. Brooke is not a gatekeeper. So we're all gonna feed that all the way down.
It's that this is honestly, obviously, you can say, oh, but you're corporate, you work here. This is an industry where you should not gatekeep. One.
No.
Number two, everybody eats, as long as you make it available.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's supposed to eat here. It's not supposed to be like, oh, I'm making top dollar, but my team is struggling. You know, there's other companies that are top heavy, right? They're top heavy. Top is earning a lot of money. The people on there are barely surviving.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a company that we always say we have the best comp plan in the industry, not only because of those 50% off, but because of the ways that you can earn and your team can earn too. And you can teach people, and let's say you're making $6,000, you have a team member that's making $2,000, and that $2,000 could change their life. Okay, that 1,000 could change their life. That 500 pays for their kids' school.
Sure.
Okay, so those little things like that are really the difference maker in this comp plan and in this company compared to other companies. I'm not sure how many people here are coming from another company. I'm not sure how many people here as this is their first network marketing.
So we have a lot that just came from paparazzi. So they were doing live selling. You familiar with paparazzi jewelry?
Yes, the jewelry.
And then Kendra came from Pure Romance, which is Party Plan. That's pretty much the bulk of it.
Yeah. So for example, this is another great thing about this company in particular. I'm not trying to earn Employee of the Month, I promise.
Employee of the Month every month. What are you talking about, Jairo?
Is the variety.
He has his own fan club, you guys.
It's crazy. Actually, I posted a reel the other day and it was in Spanish. And I said, I'm gonna just do this reel. I had a lady that was like a celebrity social media manager, and she's been telling me, hey, like I saw you on stage in Farmasi Synergy, like you have a great way of speaking. Record yourself, say something. And I'm like, okay, what do I say? And she goes, I'm gonna come to the office. She told me like this, I'm gonna come to the office and I'm not gonna let you think. I'm just gonna tell you to do something. And I said, okay, what do I talk about though? And she's like, I don't know, you work here. Like just say whatever it is that comes to your head. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna talk about consistency. And I said consistency. And in Spanish, I'm gonna translate what I said in Spanish. I said, consistency is the key to this industry. How do you become consistent? You simplify your day-to-day actions, and that makes it easier to create habits. And by creating habits, you create consistency. Okay, and that reel has 165,000 views. Okay,
I saw it this morning. Actually, someone shared it.
Yeah, and
but I didn't know what you were saying, so I was like, "Oh, look at Jairo! You were walking right here in front of this."
Right here. And when I posted it, I said, "Whatever, like, man, I'm gonna help people that follow me because that's obviously I work here. Most of the people that follow me are people from the industry, from pharmacy. So I said, let me just give tips.
Jairo's getting a bonus when that volume goes up. He's getting
these tips. And then I said, wow, I thought it was gonna get like max like 100 likes, I don't know, something like that. And now it's at 1,000 likes. Like I have people sharing it. Everyone's sharing it. So that just wanted to share that little story. But where was I? Before I said that.
Comp plan.
Okay, but
You were saying
There are many
she's-
ways, yeah.
many ways to everyone eats.
No. So,
Everybody-
yes, there you go. So I've seen a lot of industry, a lot of companies that they, the top person is earning a lot of money and the people under them are struggling. And it's happening a lot, So the first thing that people say when they come here is like, my team is making money. Like, I'm so happy for them. Because that's the whole point. The point of this industry and the point that gets people to join are the testimonials. Okay?
People that stay are
Yes.
because you showed them how to make money and they actually did.
Exactly, and they actually did. And again, it could be $200, it could be $500, it could be $1,000, it could be more than that, right? And everyone has the ability to
$50
do it.
turns to something else.
And especially in this day and age, maybe that's why I said what I shared the story. Oh, I'm timid. Oh, I'm shy. Oh, I'm an introvert. Social media is like everywhere. You could share something and that could reach out to many people and you didn't even have to leave your house. So when it comes to doing that and creating another key tip that I have, and I'm sure Brooke does this and you guys do this, but a key thing is just creating real relationships with your team. This that Brooke is doing, this in-person meeting, sharing, having snacks for you guys, all these things are things that you guys are never going to forget about, because you're going to appreciate the fact that someone did this for you in person. It's an in-person meeting. Now, obviously, there's people from other states, there's people that have to travel, and you can't. That's not always going to be an in-person thing. But creating an actual relationship with people where you're up close and personal, that's going to go a long way because then the team bond is stronger. Okay? And once you create that team bond where it's in person, you don't necessarily have to always talk about business. Sometimes the conversation is going to be like, oh, how's it going? Oh my God, my kids are in soccer. I have to pick them up. Blah, blah, blah. And you're bonding. It's a real relationship that's being created that goes beyond business. Okay? What do all the big business people, the jewelers, I don't know if you guys ever seen those videos of interactions of someone buying a Rolex or someone buying and they're negotiating. What do they always say? They say, no. Before the business, I want to be friends. Right? Because what happens, that's an emotional connection.
Yeah.
Once you create an emotional connection, it becomes stronger to do business with that person. Okay? So, perfect. Other than that, in this comp plan, all right, I mentioned leadership bonus. You do the same for Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4. What changes is the percentages based on the generations. Okay? The higher the title, the more percentage. Okay? And also the deeper that it goes. So you can see Diamond starts earning from Gen 5. Vice President 2, but a little higher than Diamond. President starts earning to Gen 6, Executive Boss. So
Turns
on.
off everybody.
Okay? So once you understand that, you see 2,800, 1,200, 400, 150. Okay, and that brings me back to my other topic, which was depth. All right, you have to create depth in your organization. That's how you really start making good income in this compensation plan. Okay, so you grow horizontal, and then that horizontal growth turns into vertical growth.
Roots, yeah.
All right.
Like right now, I have a lot of depth, like he was talking about. So my focus is on the width. Some people it goes the other way; they go wide, and then they got to go deep. So it is beneficial to be both wide and deep in this business. Or some plans, it's one or the other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it all depends on how it works out for you. You know, sometimes naturally or organically you grow vertical, and then you're like, okay, now I can focus on horizontal, or vice versa. It all depends. You know. So apart from that, what determines what title is a manager and what determines what title is a director?
Side points.
It's just having not only the side points, but having the title for 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Once you have a title for 3 months, you're
That's
considered
it.
a director of that title. All right.
Got it.
With this comp plan, if you have someone join and in their first month they reach golden, second month they reach golden, and third month they reach golden, so their first 3 months they're golden, they don't only earn the golden cash bonus, but they bronze and director. So it's
Get the grand.
it's a sum.
Wow.
Okay? And
Look
the
at
same for
she
other
said.
titles. Alright? And how it works also is that as long as you go up in titles, then you still qualify. So for example, let's say someone earns golden. The next month they hit platinum, and the next month they hit emerald. They went up each time. They still get the golden, bronze, and director bonuses. But the platinum, they would need to hit one more month of at least platinum, and so on. Okay? Apart from that, this is a one-time cash bonus. You also have your car bonus that starts at golden. Okay? $350 monthly once you reach golden. It's called car bonus, but you could use it for a motorcycle too.
Or you can just keep the money.
Or you can
don't
just
even
keep the
have
money
to
and
use
do
it for a
groceries.
card, which a lot of
Grocery
companies,
bonus.
you have to do a card.
That's what
Yeah.
you should call it. Actually, I think it would be more appealing to people.
I think it,
right
you know,
now.
I think it would. I think
Grocery
the thing is
Grocery
that
bonus.
the thing is that when this comp plan came out, it was in Europe, and in Europe it is a car bonus. Like you have to show that you went and got a car, and then they give you the money and you have your car, etc. Okay, but in the U.S., some people are like, I already have a car, you know, and they're
Or
like,
they're in New York or somewhere where they don't
exactly,
even
or
know
yeah,
where-
exactly. Uber bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Subway bonus. But yeah, like it's pretty much, this is a monthly bonus, right? And it starts at $350 for golden. It goes all the way to $700 if you're executive boss. Okay, and you also earn trips. If you want to get motivated in this company, you go to that golden trip. That golden trip is a life-changing experience.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't put into words. I mean, I've been to it 5 times, but I can't put into words. Every time, everyone always asks me, and it sounds so cliche, what is your favorite part about the trip? I always say everyone's reaction. Because
Living
seeing
vicariously
people,
through them.
yeah, seeing people witness that for the first time, going to Farmasi City, going on the hot air balloon, staying at a palace, like all those things are like amazing to see, you know, because people are like, wow, I'm in Turkey. Some people are like, I would have never thought I would go to Turkey, you know. Then they're in Turkey, they're in a company that's actually showing them where we manufacture products. Like they're showing, like they're walking you through a tour where you get to see the machines, the people working on the products. It's not, oh, I don't know where they manufacture. Oh, I heard that it's a warehouse in Doral. Oh, I heard that it's a warehouse in, I don't know, Port St. Lucie, right? We're showing you like the actual, like we're inviting you to our headquarters, which is like the size of, I don't know who's been to Dolphin Mall. Anyone here been to Dolphin Mall? It's right across the street. All right, it's like the size of Dolphin Mall. Like this thing makes this place look like nothing, because
Dwarfs it. Yeah.
this building here that we have here is one of the buildings we have over there. We have our own residency over there, so our own hotel, okay? We have our own manufacturing plant. We have our own NutriPlus section that's dedicated only to NutriPlus products. We make our own plastic, all right? Our actual
Packaging.
packaging that holds the product, we make it over there, okay? The everything is pretty much manufactured in Turkey. The only thing that is not, I believe, is some eyebrow pencils, because
Is that why they're out of stock?
those pencils are actually, we have a very trusted manufacturer in Italy that makes the pencil. So we've had people try to attack us and like, oh, but you guys said everything's in Turkey. This pencil is like, lady, it's a pencil. You know, it's a pencil. Like, you're gonna tell me, oh, I left the company because they lied about their pencils. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's
You were on your way out at that point anyway.
yeah. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, it says it. So we're continuously growing. Okay, we have variety. That's what separates us from many other companies. We have variety, and one key thing that we have noticed is you can, obviously there's a crowd for makeup, there's a crowd for skincare, there's a crowd for hair care, but everyone is into nutrition in some way, shape, or form. And if they're not into nutrition,
They start.
everyone should be into
Yeah.
nutrition, because nutrition really is the key to the body. So our slogan has become like beauty from within, because our nutrition products obviously create beauty from within, and then you have our cosmetic products that it's beauty out of you,
Outside.
right?
Yeah.
So taking care of yourself within yourself is what really creates natural habits or beauty from within. Okay, so we're expanding stuff in our nutrition line. Like I mentioned yesterday, I talked about a few things, and we're continuously always creating more things. Okay, and more variety, more products. Like again, we did the mushroom coffee. I believe in Mexico and in other countries we have matcha too.
Somebody got that yesterday. I ordered it, and they all got Mexican products. I had a box, and we did a little gift game, and so everyone got something from Mexico that they can
Nice.
order here.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have in which I'm actually going to talk to Gokchen and Emre soon. We also have deodorant that's really
Someone
good.
asked about it yesterday.
And it has no aluminum.
Yes,
No.
And
Nice.
it's like
nice.
it's amazing. But we
So-
don't have it here. So I have a feeling so there's a lot of
I've
products.
had a lot of people ask about that.
When we
Yeah,
first
about-
started here in the US, we had a lot of products that were really good, but we didn't have the audience taking advantage of the products. Like we had a baby line, okay, we had a line for women that like to work out, that the makeup doesn't smear and things
There
like
was a
that.
foot lotion I saw in the warehouse. I was
Yeah.
like, it was called foot cream or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, we had a peeling salt for people that have like, you know, calluses on their feet and stuff like that. And all these things were good products, but the audience wasn't taking advantage of the products, so we discontinued them. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of products that now, obviously now that, you know, we have so much, we have a newer audience that you guys make everything trend. So they're saying, okay, bring it back. And Emery's like, it didn't sell well. And it's like, okay, but you didn't have us. Like, you know?
Yeah.
So that's really what everyone says.
Gen Z's
So-
on board.
Yeah. So,
You can always try limited edition, you know, like make
Yeah.
it limited edition because those sell. I mean, that's
You'll teach people lessons.
complain about limited edition, but if you think from a sales and marketing perspective, it's genius. It keeps
Yeah.
things fresh, it keeps things exciting. There's a deadline, you gotta get it now. It's limited edition. Once it's gone, and then it keeps a fresh thing circulating into the product line so you don't get bored with
Yeah.
what you
Yeah.
have.
100%.
And you learn lessons with those too. Like that rose spray, that toner spray, I was so salty when I found out that wasn't coming back, and I'll never miss limited edition again.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah, we
find
had
one
to
I
Brown
love,
mascara if you haven't already.
We
yeah.
had more men's colognes and things like that. I mean, now we're going to revamp our nutrition line. I'm not sure about, because the one complaint that we get from men is that the nutrition line, the colors are not appealing. You know,
Needs to be black or something.
Yeah, I guess
Or gray,
like
gray.
I don't know, like royal blue, like something like that. You know, but we're looking to see what we do, ways that we can improve, ways that we could attract also more men to
Sure.
the industry and the products, right? But yeah, overall, that concludes our comp plan
Nice.
session. Okay.
Thank you.